Sean Sewell with Engearment.com podcast. Welcome to our office. I'm going to do a really fun comparison between the Link 1 from Insta360 and the Link 2, as well as every part of their microphones, auto tracking features, and compare it to a professional mirrorless camera, such as this, like a Sony somebody might be using. I'm also going to bring in two additional microphones that might be a benefit, the Shure SM7 Plus, and then my tried and true, this might be the hack for you, the Rode Wireless Pro setup. A lot to cover, so let's get into it. First, we'll start by the Link 2. We're going to have it on 1080 by 30, same thing for the Link 1. And there's construction going on, and I have a blown out white balance right here on purpose. I want to make this as real world as possible for all of you out there. And I'm using this through Zoom. I'm not doing anything special. No post editing. This is just auto everything through Zoom. So my neighbors, 2 houses over and 3 houses over, are redoing their whole roof. So there's nail guns going. There's a giant roll-off dumpster. They're throwing trash into it from the 2nd and 3rd story. It's pretty loud. Right now on the Link 2, I have it on voice focus, so it's focusing on my voice. I'm gonna walk away and see how well it does for that. So I'm facing away. It's gonna not sound good, I imagine, because I'm now 12 feet from the camera. And if I'm presenting, this is where it might lose the audio, right? It does a good job with the tracking though, right? So the tracking is good, but how does the audio sound? Because say you're a fitness professional or a coach or a teacher, and you need to demonstrate something or write on a whiteboard. That's an opportunity right there. Now let's do voice suppression. So imagine you're in a busy office, or in my case, there's construction going on. It's going to hopefully suppress the background noise. I know I did 3 of these tests so far, and it did a really good job. Like a text came in on my phone in my pocket, and it didn't even register on the microphone. So that's really cool. I don't know if they're using AI or what they're doing for that. Then finally, there's a music balance, which I think we'll probably try to incorporate the background sound, which is garbage, literally. You hear that? That was like 3 different, and then a trash drum, 3 different nail guns, and then a trash dump from 15 feet up. Again, I'm not too sure if you heard it or not. Out my window, it's very obvious and it's very distracting. Okay, so that is the Link 2 and auto settings, auto tracking. Tracking's good. To turn the tracking off, I put my hand up like this, blinks a few times, 3, and now it's static. So this is where I would keep it most of the time if I'm just sitting at my desk doing a talking head interview or something like that. Notice the coloring, how it looks, how everything functioned, and how the audio sounds. Because now I'm going to transfer over to the Link. Okay. There's the Link 1 audio, and here's the Link 1 video. Again, 1080 by 30, and I'll go into the free app to make sure. Yep, 1080 by 30. AI tracking is on, HDR is on. It looks a lot grainier, honestly, compared to the Link 2, but that's just what it is. I'll turn on the auto tracking. Okay, it's got me. So will it take me? Yeah, so you can totally do all the things you wanted to before, but pretty quick. Yep, it's pretty quick. So again, if you're a fitness coach and you wanted to use this for something like that, or you're a teacher, great. The second you turn around, it's going to lose the audio quality, right? Got a hack for all this. Just figured it out this morning. Going to go with the Rode Wireless Go Pro, not the Wireless Go 2 that a lot of you have. This is the Wireless Pro. USB-C out into my computer via USB. And then watch this. This is the Pro RX. It transferred over. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to walk away again, and the audio is going to be a whole lot different, right? I'm going to walk out of the room. I'm walking towards my steps, actually. Say hi to my dog, come back in the room. Insta did a good job, pick me back up. This is great, right? That probably sounded better than anything so far. And I turn around, it still has the same quality of sound. It's not bouncing off the walls. It's being fed directly to the receiver. So hopefully seeing that was helpful, and that auto feature right there. Hands up to turn it off, and it's off. Cool. So again, now I can move around. I can go over here and bring things in frame or out of frame, and it won't really matter. Now I'm going to get to the more professional level. I mean, the Wireless Pro is $400 for a set, the Insta360 Link 1. I think it's half off right now, which is great because the Link 2 just came out. It's a several $100 investment. The Link 2 does look better. I'm going to bring in a microphone that I use personally for our podcast, and then I'll bring over the camera that I use for our podcast, and you'll see and hear the difference. So now I'm going over to Shure MV7 Plus. Okay, Shure MV7 Plus. Boy, this thing sounds great, doesn't it? It really does. It's meant to sound a lot like the tried and true, the caddy right here, the MV7 or SM7B or whatever. This thing's $500 plus a cloud lifter plus the interface. You don't need that. The MV7 Plus, you simply plug in via USB-C right there. I also have an XLR out. You can do XLR out, and I have it going to our Rodecaster just for those professional purposes. But now I'm going to really blow your mind. I'm going to put this back where I would usually keep it, say somewhere right there. I probably would finagle this a little bit so only the microphone head was in the frame. But now I'm going to show you what we do over here, and this is an option. We're going to show you with a professional camera. Hey, what's up? I know you want to do this setup over everything. It looks good. It sounds good. The background's nice and blurred out. So you, the presenter, are the focus over everything else. And keep in mind, this is with no lighting. I actually have all the lights off and just have that blown out light. But since you're here, I'll turn the lights on. All right, so there's the professional lighting. It's probably quite a bit. Usually I have this for a nighttime setup, but this is only 11:30 in the afternoon. You can see how nicer this is. But again, this is overkill. I mean, you can see every pore of my face. You just don't need that. So I'm going to kill those lights. You don't need that. Back to the natural lighting. Although I did turn on my background lights just because it looks cool. Yeah, and it's funny because I'm watching 3 different cameras tracking me right now. It's just the Sony. But if I go over to the link, you'll see it wanting to track me. What's up? All right. So I'm going to go to the setup that I think is probably the best overall. Okay. $500 in. We're going to go with the Wake Up Link 2. All right. So there's the Link 2. And for the audio, we are currently using the Link 2 as well. Let's go to the Wireless Pro. Okay. So we can get rid of this guy. And then we have the Link 2. So let's turn Link 2 on. Okay. Now I can do whatever I want. I can go wherever I want. I can coach however I want. I can go to the ground. It'll track me. It didn't track me as well as the Link 1 because it's only a 2 gimbal axis. So that Link 1 has you beat there. So I can go left. I can go right. Go up a little bit. How far down can we go? Not very far down. All right. I think we found one of the limiting factors. But then if I turn around, the audio will sound good because, again, I'm using the Link or the Rode Wireless Go 2. Email from Yeti to work together. All right, so there it is, Rode Wireless Go Pro 2 with the Link 2. Good setup. I think we found limitations. Panning down, not as good. So I'll go back to the video on the Link 1. Not as good, but we have all the things you want to trace because it's got a 3 gimbal axis. Okay, so with proper lighting, this might be, yeah, it looks better. I would dial back the lighting quite a bit, honestly, but now I have the wireless go, it'll track me. Found limitation with that guy too. All right. That's a whole lot of testing. I'm getting a little dizzy with 3 cameras and 4 microphones, but hopefully seeing how these all look, sound, operate, and all that is helpful. If it was, a thumbs up be appreciated. Want to see more content on microphones, cameras, and how to coach from anywhere in the world? Consider subscribing to our Engearment YouTube channel right there. I'm Sean Sewell, owner and director of Stoke for Engearment. Until next time, take care.